All right, y'all, I have some leftover mashed potatoes. Oh, I didn't heat them up good enough, but we're just gonna, I don't know, a couple cups maybe? I'm not sure how much it is, but it was in a bowl. So I'm just gonna spread these out on the bottom of my 9x13 baking dish. I did grease this, all right? So we're just making a layer of mashed potatoes on the bottom, just like this. It's real fun, they smell good. And I just made my mashed potatoes with some whole milk, butter, and then I put some chives in it. That's how I like it. But these are leftover, so I'm gonna show y'all what to do. If y'all ever have some leftover mashed potatoes, real easy. All right, I have 1 cup of cooked ground beef. I cooked this ground beef with some diced onion and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. I don't know how to say that. Y'all know that, okay? If you know how to say it, let me know. We're just gonna put this on. Then I also seasoned it with some salt and pepper. Salt, pepper, onion, Worcestershire, and that's it. Ground beef, okay? Just like that. So we're gonna spread this out a little bit. Oh. Well, okay. I think I was gonna do something else first, but guess what? We're just gonna roll with it. We gonna roll with it. All right. So now I also have here, y'all, some sauteed spinach. All right. So in my head, I was gonna do the spinach on top of the potatoes, but guess what? Sometimes life don't work. Life don't go the way we plan it. So we just gotta roll with the punches. All right. That's what we're doing here. Some sauteed spinach. So I actually sauteed this spinach in the same pan that I cooked my ground beef. I drained out all the grease. So it has some flavor with the onion and the salt and pepper, all right? So here we go. Ground beef, mashed potatoes, and spinach. So now what we're gonna do, now this is just for a little flavor. We're gonna take a little bit of Parmesan, all right? A little bit. I don't like using a lot on this, but a little bit, just like that. I know, but that's not too much cheese, all right? So the real winner here is our extra sharp cheddar. Cheddar makes everything better. I've been into this ramen thing lately, y'all. I don't know, maybe I should become a poet. What do y'all think? Think I could do it? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. All right, let's get this. Here's my, okay, let's break this up. So we're just putting some cheese on top. Y'all know how I do. I don't really measure a lot, but you know, you can see how much. I put a layer of cheese, all right? So next on this dish here, I have some breadcrumbs, and these are just plain breadcrumbs. So guess what? We're gonna do a nice layer right on top. I'm probably gonna use about half of this container, but I'm not sure, maybe a little bit more. We're gonna see. Let's see how much I use. Yeah, we're gonna use a little bit more. I like a nice toasty top. Y'all can also use like Ritz crackers. I know that's real good too to make a nice crunchy topping, all right? So we're gonna do that. I have a little bit of melted butter here, so we're just gonna drizzle this right on top. Like so. Butter makes everything better, y'all. Just like my granny said. She's right. She knew everything. All right, what else are we gonna do here? A little parsley? A little parsley, just like that. This is a great leftover dish, y'all. Mashed potatoes, ground beef, spinach. You can use a different vegetable if you'd like. Some cheese, some breadcrumbs, green onion. Y'all know I love that. So we're gonna put this in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes, y'all. Are gonna love this delicious, easy dinner. All right, y'all, here we have this leftover mashed potato casserole. Look, those breadcrumbs turned nice and golden brown on top. So we layered our leftover mashed potatoes with some ground beef I cooked up, a little bit of sauteed spinach, some cheese, breadcrumbs, butter. I mean, how's this gonna be bad, right? Everything in here is delicious. Y'all, if you don't like spinach, you can use a different vegetable, or you can just leave it out. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can get like a whole, okay, well, I was gonna show y'all, but then it was a little hard. I mean, maybe right here you can see the layers. Potatoes, spinach. Yeah, it's gonna be real good. All right, y'all. So I love making dishes that use leftovers because then you make them into like a new recipe, and I don't know, y'all. I mean, mashed potatoes are delicious. You know what? I never met a potato I didn't like. You know that, y'all? I never did. Potatoes in any form are delicious. Mashed potatoes, ground beef, cheese, spinach. I'm gonna burn my tongue. I'm gonna try not to. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna take like half of this bite, okay? Because maybe it'll cool off faster. Give me some of those potatoes. Come on now. All right, I'm having a hard time over here. Y'all, this is so good with the mashed potatoes on the bottom. Y'all, I definitely recommend trying this next time we have a lot of leftover mashed potatoes. Enjoy. All right, y'all, we have a smoked turkey sausage right there in the bottom of 9x13 with a little olive oil, all right? So now we're putting some vegetables, good amount of vegetables. Green pepper, and then also have some red pepper, y'all. Red pepper, all right? This is gonna be so delicious, and it looks pretty, all right? Pretty food makes me happy. So do cats, and that's it. All right, I feel like we should just use the rest of this because I'm not using it for anything else. So we have a delicious, easy, somewhat healthy dinner, all right? All right, now y'all, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna put some white onion in, and we're gonna put this in the center of the hole. We're gonna put it in the center, just like that, all right? This is so fun. All right, look how pretty that is. All right, y'all, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this sausage for a minute. I changed my mind. We're still gonna keep the sausage, but I'm just moving it to the side because I just realized the next step I wanna do ain't gonna make sense. I have 1.5 cups of long grain white rice. We're pouring it in, okay? It's not cooked, that is correct. We're putting in 1 can of Rotel, original, all right? And then y'all, we have 3 cups of chicken broth. 3 cups, right on in. Hopefully, okay, yeah, we good. I was like, it's gonna overflow. All right, y'all, now to season it. We're using some Slap Ya Mama. I love this stuff. We're putting this right on top. Good amount, all right? Good amount, and then we also using a little garlic powder, because why not? All right, so now y'all, what we're gonna do here is give this a little mixy-mixy. Incorporate the rice with the vegetables. If y'all wanna mix up the vegetables, you can, but this is what I like to do. It's gonna be delicious. Easy, delicious. Somewhat healthy, pretty healthy. I mean, I guess the sausage ain't the healthiest, but got a lot of veggies in here and some rice, so I think it's gonna be great. All right, that's it. Now y'all, we taking our sausage and we putting it back, all right? Putting it back, right on in. And yes, I'm using my hands. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. If y'all want to cut it up first, you can, but I like to cut it up later because that's how I like to do things. And I'm going to do what makes me happy. All right, little green onion right on top because why not? It's my favorite thing ever. And y'all, I'm going to cover this with foil. We're going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 40 minutes or until our rice is done. Y'all are going to love this easy dinner. All right, y'all, so here we have our smoked turkey sausage and rice with veggies. Y'all, I'm so excited. So this is cooked for, I forgot how long I told you I was going to cook this for, but it was like hour and 20 minutes or something, all right? So we have our sausage and our veggies. So what I'm going to do here, I should have got a different colored plate, but that's okay. I'm going to put some of the rice and veggies right on our plate. And then I'm gonna cut a piece of this sausage, all right? This much, that's mine, right there. All right, y'all, a little more. There we go. So now I'm gonna move this to the side. It's still real hot. And if y'all wanna cut up the sausage before you cook it, you can, but you know what? I just didn't, and that's it. That's it. So we have our turkey sausage. Yes, I'm using this big giant knife. And we have some rice. All right, y'all, here we go. This is fairly healthy. Just rice, veggies, and the sausage. So here we go, y'all. It's gonna be so hot. I'm gonna burn my tongue. Oh, here we go. Oh. All right, y'all. I have 1 package of this yellow rice. Y'all can use whatever you'd like. And we're just putting this on the bottom of our greased 9x13. We're taking a little bit of vegetable broth. I'm gonna put about a cup in here. I'm just eyeballing it, but y'all know how I like to measure. All right. And then we're gonna give this a little mix. And yes, we doing this a dry. We putting the dry rice in here. Look, I put a little more. So I just eyeball it. I want the liquid to cover the rice before I add the rest of my ingredients, all right? And I actually think that looks great. All right, next, y'all, we're doing 1 can of cream of chicken. I have the healthy request kind. I'm getting it all out. And then we also doing 1 can of cheddar cheese soup, all right? I really like this combo. Ooh, this soup jello, that's what I like to call it, soup jello, all right? And we're gonna give this a little mix again, mixy, mixy, mixy. All right, don't have to be perfect, but we're just gonna try and incorporate all the rice with the 2 soups. And yeah, this is gonna be delicious, y'all. Easy, delicious, 1 pan meal. Everyone is gonna love it, I'm telling y'all, all right? So now what we're gonna do here, okay, that's good, just like that. I have here about 2 cups of cooked and shredded chicken. So we're just gonna put this in here, all right? We're gonna layer it around, kind of just wherever it falls, just like so. All right, y'all, just like that. That looks great. That looks great so far. I'm so excited, y'all. Oh my goodness. We have some onion, some white onion. I'm gonna put that right on top. Onion, right on top. All right, And now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna add a little bit of parsley right on top here. Oh yeah, that looks great. Beautiful. A little bit of parsley. And then I like to put a vegetable in here. In this dish, I like using corn. And I'll just use the frozen corn, but y'all can use whatever you'd like, all right? So there's a lot of yellow in this dish. I should have thought about that first, but you know what? It's all right. It's gonna taste delicious. Y'all are gonna love this dish. All in one pan. What else could you ask for? All right, we're gonna put a little pepper on top. All right, you know, y'all, I can't figure out this pepper grinder. I feel like I bought this, but it's like a lot of work. Is there like a setting on here or something? Someone help me, all right? Okay, that's good. I'm gonna do a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt. All right. And then you know what? Just for fun, I wasn't gonna do this, but now I'm gonna do a little bit of spinach on top, just a little bit. You know what? Because I want some more vegetables. Springtime is coming. Springtime makes me want to eat healthier and eat vegetables and be outside in the sunshine. And that's it. All right, I made a mess. What else is new? All right, y'all. So all we're gonna do here, we have one more step, but we're gonna take a piece of foil and we're gonna cover this. We're gonna put this in the oven at 350 for about 25 minutes, and I'm gonna check to make sure the rice is done, and then we have one more step. All right, y'all, so this was the chicken dish I had here with that yellow rice. So we're gonna take the foil off now. All right, that's looking real good. So I tested to make sure the rice was done. And y'all, I forgot how long, but I actually ended up cooking this for about 40 minutes, all right, for the rice to cook fully. So now what we're gonna do here, actually, we're gonna give it a little mix. Just mix everything together, all right? So remember, we have our cream of chicken soup, we have our cheddar cheese soup, we have our yellow rice, we had some frozen corn and some spinach, all right? This smells real good. So y'all, I saw a recipe for this somewhere that you make this in the crock pot, but I kind of just decided to make it my own. So yeah, this smells real good though. Oh, I'm excited. All right, so yeah, just a little mix, get everything incorporated, because all we're gonna do now, we have one more step, real easy though, all right? Get all that off. Now we're gonna take some extra sharp cheddar cheese. We're just gonna put a layer on top, all right? Nice layer. However much or little as you like. You can use a different kind of cheese. Or you know what else, y'all? You don't even have to use cheese. You can use whatever you want. But I think it tastes good. It's like a cheesy chicken rice casserole. It's gonna be so good. All right, y'all, and then we're gonna finish it with a little bit of parsley. A little bit, like so. All right, I'm gonna put this back in the oven probably for about 5 minutes until the cheese melts. 5 to 7 minutes, y'all. I'm so excited. Say hi, Kevin. Y'all, I have to tell y'all something. So I call Kevin Boopy. That's his nickname. My baby Boopy. Say hi. Mwah. All right. I know y'all like to see him, so, you know, I just want to say hi. And I know I'm going to have y'all wash your hands before you touch your food. Y'all, I ain't even touching the food. Yes, I touched my cat, and I'm gonna, guess what? I'm using a spoon to scoop my food. So that's all. That's all I have to say about that. Love y'all, but, you know. All right. So we have our cheesy chicken rice casserole. We use cheddar cheese soup, cream of chicken soup, yellow rice, shredded chicken, corn, cheese, spinach. I think that's it. So let's have some. All right, y'all, this is gonna be so good. I'm so excited. Oh, look at this, delicious. Oh, it's still hot, man. I was hoping it would cool off by now. I'm gonna serve this in a bowl because I just feel like it. It smells so good, y'all. All right, you know what? So I guess I should have brought the cat over here now because I need a few minutes. I mean, not a few minutes, y'all. I'm gonna taste it, don't worry. But it's hot, it's still steaming. Even though it feels cool, like I put it outside to cool off a little bit, it's still hot in the middle. All right, y'all, here we go. Okay, it's all right. It's not that bad. Y'all, this is so good. Y'all have to try this. Y'all, I have 1 pound of ground beef. Drain the grease, all right? So I'm just gonna put this right there. Perfect. Next, y'all, have some frozen peas and carrots. All right. Put that right in the middle, like so. All right, y'all. I have some cubed up Velveeta. Now, I love using this cheese to cook because it's real creamy. And yeah, it just goes great with all kinds of stuff, with vegetables, with meat. I love Velveeta. Is Velveeta American cheese? That's right, isn't it? All right, and then we also here gonna do, I have some, let me bring this over. I have some cooked bacon. So I'm just gonna rip this up with my hands, y'all, my favorite kitchen tool. I'm gonna put the bacon right here between the vegetables and the Velveeta. Bacon makes everything better, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that. I'm gonna eat some right now too. I love bacon, y'all. It's so good. All right. Okay, y'all, my mouth is full of bacon, so it's hard to talk right now, but we're putting some bacon. Bacon right here. All right. That might be good. I feel like that's good. You know what? I think that's good, because then there's some extra bacon left over that I could eat. I could just eat. Yum, yum, yum. Bacon, bacon, bacon. All right. Now, y'all, we're gonna take we're gonna take a little bit of garlic. Garlic, I'm just gonna put it right there. Okay. We're gonna take a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. Right on top, all right? Right on top. We also need some pepper. Pepper, 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 pepper. Pepper, 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 pepper. It's fun to say. Pepper, pepper, pepper. Try saying it 8 times fast, y'all. All right, then here we have a jar of home-style beef gravy. All right, so I'm just gonna put that right here. And right here. We can use the whole jar, y'all, all right? Whole jar. All right, at this point, now what we're gonna do, y'all, this is my favorite part. It's my favorite part. We're gonna mix everything together. All right, we're gonna mix it all together. We combine in the ground beef, the frozen vegetables, the bacon, the Velveeta, the garlic, all together. All right, y'all can do this however is easiest for you. I would use my hands, but I feel like it's a little bit too messy for hands, y'all, all right? So I'm gonna switch to 1 spoon now. We just wanna make sure we get that gravy incorporated and everything. If y'all wanna use different vegetables, you can. Y'all can totally customize this recipe. It's just some of my favorite things together. Y'all can do it however your little heart's desire. Do what makes you happy, y'all. Do what makes you happy and get some cats. And life is good. That's all you need. All right, look at that. All right, y'all, so our last step here, I have some mashed potatoes. So you're gonna take these and just blob them right on top, all right? So these are just like leftover mashed potatoes, which is kind of crazy. How do you have leftover mashed potatoes? I love potatoes. It's like leftover bacon. Yeah, right. That don't even exist. All right, so now we're just gonna spread this out best we can, all right? If we get some of the juices mixed in, that's totally fine. Okay, yep, guess what? Time to use the hands. Time to use our hands. So we're trying to do a flat layer, but guess what? I might not have enough. But that's okay, y'all. We're gonna do with what we got, right? Life gives lemons, we make lemonade, and lemonade is so good. All right, that looks great. I think that looks good. Nice layer of mashed potatoes on top. Now, y'all, guess what we're doing? More cheese. I have a little Kobe Jack blend here. So put a nice layer of cheese right on top of our taters. I can use all this. All right, let's see. Oops, there we, look at that, y'all. So much cheese, so much cheese. Okay, this is looking real good. And then, y'all, my favorite, green onion. Look at that. Y'all, it's gonna be a delicious, easy dinner. It's my take on a shepherd's pie. So we're gonna put this in the oven at 350 for about 25 minutes. Y'all are gonna love this quick, easy dinner. All right, y'all, I took this out of the oven a few minutes ago to let it cool off so I can handle it. You know what, y'all be asking me, like, how do you touch it? Because I let it cool off. It's cooled off for a few minutes, all right? It's probably still gonna be hot when I cut in, but it's cool enough for me to handle. So guess what? Time to try our delicious, delicious shepherd's pie. So I'm gonna get some from the middle. It's my favorite part. Let's see here. All right. Oh, look at that. All right, here. So you can see the meat underneath, the Velveeta, the bacon. We have our vegetables. And then I think it looks good right there, too. You can see the gravy. Yeah, show that. There you go. That looks real good. All right, y'all. Time to try it. Time to try it. I got a lot of mashed potatoes here. Oh, yeah, there's all the meat. Look at that. Oh, my goodness, y'all. This is going to be so good. I'm real excited. Bacon, ground beef, Velveeta, mashed potatoes, bacon. Did I already say bacon? I can't remember. All right, give me a little perfect bite here. All right, y'all, here we go. All right, y'all, we have 1 package of frozen mixed vegetables. Y'all can use whatever kind you'd like. They're still frozen, all right? Next here, we have 2 to 3 cups of cooked shredded chicken. Y'all, I cook this in my crock pot the same way I always cook my chicken breast that I use for recipes throughout the week, all right? Next, y'all, we have here a can of potatoes. I don't use these all the time, but sometimes I do because I just do. And that life be hard sometimes, so I gotta do what I gotta do, whatever works best. All right, now we're gonna do a little seasoning. We have some paprika on top. Have a little garlic powder. We have some minced onion. All right, and then now we're doing some fresh ground pepper. Ground pepper, ground pepper, ground pepper, 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 pepper. It's so fun, y'all. All right, I think that's it, right? That's all the seasoning I want to use. All right, now, y'all, we're going to take 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. We're going to blob it right in there. 2 cans. All right, like so. 1 and 2. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. All right, now we also have some chicken broth. I'm just going to pour a little bit in here. I don't know, maybe like 1/3 or 1/4 of this container. All right. Now, y'all, we got to give this a little mix, a little mixy, like so. So I love making this dish, y'all. It's really customizable. Y'all can use whatever you'd like. It's kind of like one of those easy dishes to make when you have some leftover chicken. You can even use ground beef, but kind of just like throw some stuff together and you have yourself a delicious casserole. Y'all are gonna see the topping I put on here. It's gonna be so good, but first we gotta mix. Y'all gotta wait like a few more seconds to watch me mixy before we put the topping on. All right, y'all, this is looking good so far. Do y'all ever use these canned potatoes? I know a lot of y'all are gonna give me a hard time about using this, but you know what? I do the best I can, and sometimes canned potatoes is the best I can do. You know what? And it's better than nothing. And that's that. All right. So once you have everything mixed, incorporated nicely, that looks great. That looks perfect, just like that, y'all. All right, y'all. So this is what we're gonna do here. Y'all are gonna love this topping. I don't know if y'all have ever had these Cheddar Bay biscuits, but they are real good. So I actually cooked them, all right? So just follow the directions on the box. And what we're gonna do here, we're gonna take this and we're just gonna crumble it up right on top of our casserole here, all right? So yes, you wanna cook them first. And we crumbling them right on top. Y'all are gonna love this. It tastes so good. All right, so this dish basically it has a little bit of cheese, right? Because the directions on the biscuit say to add, it's about a 1/2 cup of cheese. But besides that, there's no cheese in here. Cheese would be good in here, and sometimes I add cheese, but today I'm not. And you know what I'm using? I'm using all the biscuits because this topping is delicious. So we're just crumbling it all up like so. And this is super fast, y'all. It cooks real fast too. All right, so just like that. Now I'm just gonna take a little bit of green onion right on top. We're gonna put this in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes, and then we have one more simple step. Y'all are gonna love this dinner. All right, y'all, so this is in the oven for about 15 minutes. It's real hot. So now all we're gonna do here, I took that garlic seed packet mix that comes in the biscuits, and I mixed it with 1/2 stick of butter. So we're just gonna pour this right on top. Right on top like so. And then we're putting this back in the oven for 10 minutes. Y'all are gonna love this, and then we're gonna taste it when it comes out, y'all. I'm so excited. All right, y'all, look at this. I took this out of the oven a little while ago. It's still hot, but we're gonna try it. It looks so good. Look, y'all, my face is all red. It's hot in my kitchen. I have my air conditioning on. It's crazy. My shirt's a mess. That's all right. Life goes on. Life goes on. All right, so time to eat. Let's scoop some of this out. So remember, we had our veggies here, our frozen veggies. We used some canned potato, some chicken, cream of mushroom soup. And then we put that the biscuits on top. We cooked that box of biscuits and then put it right on top. So if y'all want, right before you serve it, you can put a little more green onion on top. Then we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it, y'all. Do y'all ever use canned potatoes? I do sometimes, you know? Sometimes, I know I already asked y'all this, but whatever. All right, we're just gonna try it now. It's gonna be hot, but delicious, y'all. I'm so excited. Y'all, using these biscuits as a topping, so good. Y'all should try it. All right, y'all, I have 2 cans of crescent dough here, and I have this 1/2 sheet pan. I think it's a 1/2 sheet pan. Is it a 1/2 or a 1/4? I don't remember. All right. Sometimes these are like puzzles, y'all. Like, where's the edge? Oh my goodness. Okay, there it is. Wow, that was hard. Okay, y'all, so we want to flatten this out on the bottom of our sheet pan. So what we doing, let's see. It's like a puzzle. That's what Bridgie just said. Because I was like, I don't know about this. It hurts my brain, but we making it happen, y'all. We making it happen. I know they sell that crescent dough in sheets too. So if y'all find that, y'all can use that. But they didn't have any at my store. So guess what? Here we are with these crescent triangles that hurt my brain, y'all. Okay, but we gonna, what's this one? Okay. Okay, here we go. Look, y'all, we figuring it out. So we just wanna pinch all the edges together. All right, that's not bad. All right, and if there's any holes, we gonna fix it up because we have some extra right here. Like right here, there's a hole. Okay, y'all. And I just do that because it's fun. That's the only reason. There's no other reason besides that. Y'all know I like to have fun. All right, let's see. I think this is good. All right, y'all. So yeah, 2 cans of crescent dough, either the sheets or the triangles, and then just push it in your sheet pan, and we're gonna put this in the oven and cook it at 350 for about 12 minutes, and I'll show y'all the next step. All right, y'all, I have 8 ounces of cream cheese here. So we're gonna make the topping for our crescent dough pizza, all right? 8 ounces of cream cheese. To this, we're gonna add 8 ounces of sour cream. So I'm just guessing. Y'all know how to do 8 ounces. It's probably about half this. Well, okay, we're using a little. That's 8 ounces. We call that 8 ounces. We also using about a tablespoon of mayonnaise. All right, and then we're using 1 packet of ranch seasoning. All right, right on in. And lastly, some dried chives. If y'all want to use fresh chives, you can. But guess what? I don't have any, so we're using dry. I'm a good amount. All right. So we're gonna give this a nice mixy with our trusty fork, my favorite tool. No, my hands are my favorite tool. My hands, and then my trusty fork. All right, and it might help if the cream cheese is room temperature, all right, y'all? So I'm gonna mix this up real good, and then once our crescent dough crust, flinging cream cheese everywhere. Once our crescent dough crust is cool, we're gonna put this on with some toppings, y'all. I'm so excited to show y'all. All right, y'all, here we have our crescent dough crust, all right? I let it cool, it's perfect. You know, y'all, today is one of them days. I have Fred go to the Starbucks and get me a cold brew. Have y'all ever had this stuff before? It makes me like this, but I need it. But maybe that's why I'm feeling crazy, I don't know. Y'all like my straw? Save the turtles. All right, next. Bridget's laughing at me. I'm so glad Bridget's back. All right, remember this mixture we made? It was cream cheese, sour cream, mayonnaise, ranch, and I put something else in here. Oh yeah, chives. And I think that's it, right, Bridgie? I can't remember. So. I think that's it. All right. All right, y'all. So today is mine and Bridgie's first time filming together in my new house. So I was gonna say we trying to get used to it, but mostly it's just me. I'm just like, it's me. It's not Bridgie. I miss Bridgie so much. But I'm glad she got to go on her honeymoon. All right. So I'm just gonna spread this out. Spread, spread, spread. Okay. I feel like it ain't spreading that much. User error. Y'all tell me, why am I having one of these days? Did I have too much coffee? Is it my cold brew? Is it my metal straw? Is it? What is it, y'all? Tell me, I need help. Okay, there we go. This is great. Okay, y'all, I'm tired. Life be hard sometimes. Look, I have some cucumbers. Maybe I have an idea, y'all. Look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm gonna put some cucumbers on my eyes. Okay. I'm not gonna use those on my pizza, y'all. Don't worry. Don't worry. I should have, though. All right. So this is a vegetable pizza using crescent dough. So at this point, y'all, after you have your topping with the cream cheese and the other stuff, you can really put on here whatever you'd like. So I'm just putting some of my favorite veggies. So cucumbers. What should I put next? How about some shredded carrots? All right. If y'all want to shred your own carrots, be my guest. But guess what? I don't want to do that. It hurts my brain. And you know what else it hurts? My fingers, because I'll probably cut my fingers if I try to do that by myself. All right. Now what else are we going to put on here? Let's see. I have some black olives. I love olives. And you know what else I love? I love using my cat dish when I don't have enough other clean dishes. All right. I know y'all like when I do that too. It makes y'all real happy. Yep, especially because it's clean. But yeah, this is actually Kevin's dish. Kevin eats out of this dish. They all have their own special dishes. Anyways. How about some red bell pepper? I love red bell pepper. Y'all know who else likes red bell pepper? Betty the chicken. She loves it. So guess what? I'm gonna save some because she wants some. She told me earlier. Okay, y'all, this is a lot. I'm just gonna stop talking for a little while. Broccoli? Okay, that's good. Raw broccoli? Sure, why not? Great. Okay. And green onion. That's it. Guess what, y'all? Time to eat. Let's have some veggie pizza. All right, let's see. I think I'll just like do this. Do I have to cut the whole thing? I don't know. Okay, y'all, just like that. Might be hard. Y'all, I'm trying. I'm doing my best, y'all, okay? I don't know what's going on. Maybe like there's a solar eclipse or Mercury's in Renegade or something. I don't know. Okay. Here's my slice of pizza. I'm about to take a big old bite. This looks so good. All right, this is great for the summer, y'all. Look how big this is. What's wrong with me? Here we go. Mmm. Mmm. Y'all, oh my goodness. Y'all, this is so good. All right, I'm gonna keep eating because I'm hungry, but I love y'all. All right, y'all, I have some shrimp here. Let's see. All right, about I think that's about 1 pound of shrimp. I have half a stick of melted butter, so I'm gonna pour this right on top of my shrimp. All right. And then I also am gonna do a little bit of garlic right on top, like this much, okay? I'm just gonna give this a little mix. Y'all, I don't think I've ever made a shrimp recipe before, so yeah, first time for everything. All right, y'all. I'm making a delicious, easy dinner with shrimp today. All right, so next here, I'm going to take, I have 1 can of black beans. So I'm going to put this right on top of my shrimp. All right, like so. All right, next, I have here 1 bag of frozen corn. Oops. Well, I was trying to make a pretty line, but okay, yeah, it's still pretty. It's still pretty. And then I also have here 1 can of Rotel. All right. So we're making a delicious Southwest shrimp bake. Now, y'all, I'm also using, I have 1 can of cream of chicken soup. Y'all, I just like to use this in here so there's a little bit of liquid, but y'all don't have to, but it's still good. It just, if y'all want to use a different kind of liquid, you can, but this is what I like to use. So now we're going to give this whole thing a little mix. We're going to mix our beans with our shrimp and our Rotel and our frozen corn and our can of cream of chicken. If y'all think a different kind of soup, like I said, would be good, go ahead, but I like to have a little bit of liquid in here, all right? So we're just giving this a good mix. I know I lined it all up because it looked pretty and now I'm just mixing it together, but you know, sometimes that's just what I like to do, okay? That's just what I like to do, and that's that. I don't even have to explain myself, do I, y'all? Y'all know how I do? I do what makes me happy. I have cats, I like to cook, and I like to tell silly jokes. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're not. That's all right. Okay, that's pretty good. So once we have that, that looks perfect, y'all. I'm going to take a little bit of green onion. Oops, a little bit of green onion. Right on top. I'm making a lot of noise here. All right, y'all, so I'm going to get a piece of foil. I didn't get it out, but I'm going to do that now. I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 35 minutes. All right, y'all, so this was the shrimp, Southwest shrimp bake. All right, y'all ready to see this? I already looked, I'm not gonna lie, but it looks so good. I'm excited. Look at that. Look at that. All right, y'all, so look, I'm like trying to move some of this steam. So look, our shrimp in here, our corn, green onion, our black beans. It's a little bit liquidy, but I like it like that. I think it's gonna taste real good. So y'all can eat it just like this if you want. If you let it sit for a while, it'll thicken up too. But what I like to do, I'll move that to the side. I have some rice right here. So I just have some brown rice. Y'all can use any kind of rice, but I like eating it over rice. So that's why I like when it's like liquidy like this. So we're gonna take some and we're gonna put it right on top of our rice. Some of those shrimp. Oh, y'all, this smells so good. And if y'all wanna add some cheese, I think you can. I don't know, for me, I don't know if I like eating shrimp with cheese, but I feel like you can put a little, like queso fresco or something might be good, or what's cotija cheese? Is that something? Okay, anyways, I'm gonna stop babbling. I'm gonna cut one of these shrimp because it's gonna be real hot. I literally just took this out of the oven. I'm gonna get a little bit of my rice. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna try not to burn my tongue, but that's real. Here we go. I'm looking for a cat, but the cats are all over there. Oh, I dropped my shrimp. Okay, all right, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Oh. All right, y'all, we have 1 2-pound bag of tater tots. All right, that's it. Everyone have a nice day. Just kidding, just kidding. All right. Next here, I have 1.5 pounds of cooked ground beef. This is cooked with 1 packet of taco seasoning and 1 can of Rotel, all right? So I cooked this a little while ago. We're just gonna put this on top of our tots. This is a delicious, easy dinner. I'm on this like Mexican food kick lately, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but it's just so good. You know, when I was in Thailand, and I was like, maybe when I get home, I'm gonna make some Thai food, but y'all, that's real hard. So I don't know, maybe one day I will, but not right now. It's too hard for me. I like easy, y'all know that. I like quick, easy. Thai food is not easy to make, but it is delicious. All right. In this bowl here, we're gonna do 1 can of cheddar cheese soup. Cheddar cheese soup. Put it right on in here. This weird gelatinous stuff. It's real weird, but all right. It's delicious, y'all. Does anyone actually eat this stuff by itself? Like, are you supposed to, y'all? I don't think so, but maybe. If y'all do, let me know. I want to know about it. Okay, then we also going to add sour cream, 16-ounce container. We're just going to put this whole thing right on in. Come on, blob out. There we go. All right. Wow, that looks like if I didn't tell y'all what that was, it kind of looks like dessert to me or something, but cheese soup and sour cream. Let's mix this up real good. All right, with my gloved hand. Extra protection, extra love, extra glove. That didn't make sense, but it rhymed. All right, y'all. This is hurting my hand. Okay, we don't have to mix it that good, but kind of. I mean, I guess we should. Get it all incorporated. It's gonna be so good, y'all. Y'all gonna love this dish. Super easy. And those tater tots I use, they're frozen, just straight from the freezer, all right? All right, that's good enough. I'll move this fork. All right, now, we're gonna take our cheese soup sour cream mixture, and we're gonna put this right on top of our stuff, whatever's in here, our beef and tots. Yep, just like that. All right, let's see. We're gonna spread it out a little bit. As best you can, you know, it's all going to the same place. It's gonna like melt together and all that stuff, so I'm just gonna scoop the extra out and kind of try and cover the areas that aren't covered. Have y'all ever made anything like this? I'm real excited. Y'all are gonna love this. I'm trying to use my little baby spatula. If you wanna know what it is, y'all? This glove. This one glove is throwing me off. I don't like it, but I'm wearing it because I cut my finger. Stuff happens sometimes, y'all. And, you know, I'm not gonna let it ruin my day. I'm just gonna put a glove on it, and I'm gonna keep on going, All right, just like that. Next here, we have some shredded, extra sharp cheddar cheese. So we're gonna do about, I don't know, about 2 handfuls. We're just gonna sprinkle this right on top. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle, just like that. Almost done here, y'all. It's gonna be so good. I'm using my left hand here. It's kind of hard. All right, so I didn't use like 2 full handfuls, but that's what we're gonna try and do. All right, that's good. And then, you know, after it's cooking for a little while, if it needs more cheese, I can always add it. I'm gonna finish this with a little bit of green onion, because anything taco flavored with green onion, delicious. All right, y'all, in the oven, this is going. We are doing 350 for about 45 minutes. All right, y'all, look at this. Here we have our delicious tater tot taco bake. Frozen tater tots, 1.5 pounds of cooked ground beef. I cooked it with Rotel and taco seasoning. Then I mixed a container of sour cream and cheese soup, put some cheese on top, and voila, here we are. How's this gonna be bad? I mean, there's no way, y'all. Oh, that's real loud. I got my windows open today because it's nice outside. So let's do this. Okay, yep, I guess we'll have this huge piece. Oh, look, I like how these tater tots got crispy on the edges. I like that. All right, yeah, I'm gonna eat all this. Yeah, right. All right, y'all. I feel like this is gonna be real good and real hot. I want one of them crispy tater tots. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit of everything. Let's see here. Tater tot, tater tot, tater tot, 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 tot. Okay, well, this is proving a little difficult, so I'm just gonna get what I can. All right, y'all, here we go. I want some of this cheese soup, sour cream, a little bit of the ground beef. And I'm real excited. That's still steaming though. Hold on, okay, it's pretty hot. I'm gonna blow on it for a second. Look, I'm looking for a cat to see if I can stall, but they're taking a nap right now, so, all right. Y'all, this is so good. All right, y'all, I'm gonna keep eating. Y'all have a great day. All right, y'all, we adding some shredded cooked chicken. Probably have like 1 to 2 large chicken breasts. We have 1 bag of frozen carrots right here. All right, and they still frozen. I gotta break these apart. To that, we're gonna add, we have 1 can of cream of chicken soup. Right on in, you just blob that right on in like so. All right, and then we also gonna add a little bit of, oops, I just dropped something. We're gonna add a little bit of sour cream. A little scoop like so. I just like using it in this dish. I feel like it just, I don't know, it just gives it that extra oomph. All right, we're gonna put a little bit of, let's see, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of black pepper, good amount of black pepper. I like black pepper. All right, I love making this recipe. Y'all are gonna love this. All right, then we also gonna put a little bit of green onion right on in. All right, and then also to this mixture, we adding about 1/2 to 1 cup of shredded extra sharp cheddar cheese. Now y'all can make this recipe without the cheese if you'd like, but I don't know, I like cheese sometimes, you know? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Usually I do, I'll say that, okay? Usually I like cheese. So we're just gonna give this a nice little mix, all right? And it can just be a rough mix. I'm gonna move this bowl to the side for a moment. Right here I have a muffin tin, all right? So this is one of the large ones. I greased it with some olive oil. I'm gonna open up these Grand's biscuits, all right? I don't know if y'all heard something fall on the floor. It was this can. I'm glad it didn't pop open. Then I would have had to stop the video. All right, got it open. All right, y'all, so this has 8 biscuits, or yeah, 8 biscuits. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna put 1 in each hole. 1 like this in each hole, all right? And then we're gonna just smash it down. We're gonna smash these down so they kind of start coming up over the edges, just like so. All right, y'all, look at that. That looks so cute right now. Okay, so now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna take our chicken mixture from our bowl, and we're just gonna fill up these muffin cups. And you see I'm doing like a good, nice portion, okay? So we're just gonna fill these up. Look at that. It's gonna be so good. Y'all are gonna love this so much. Just filling these up. I'm gonna try and use all my mixture. And even if I don't, that's okay, because you can refrigerate this, and I still have 2 biscuits left, so I can make some later. We're just filling up these little cups. Like so. Look how good this looks, y'all. Isn't this cute? Isn't it cute? I think it's cute. Cute food is fun. You know who else is cute? Kevin. You know who else is cute? Frankie Foo-Foos. And Jeannie, my girl. Jeannie's my girl, y'all. I love that cat. I love all my cats. They're just great. But sometimes, I don't know if y'all have cats. You know what Kevin does lately? Y'all, he wakes me up at like 3 a.m. because he wants to make biscuits. Do you know when they do that like thing? Do y'all call it that? I call it making biscuits. But he likes to like do it on my head. And then he wants to cuddle, which is fine. It's real cute, but I don't know. And then like at 4 a.m. he starts meowing at the top of his lungs. All right, y'all. Story time's over. Let's put a little more green onion right on top. Just a few little pieces because it looks pretty. We're going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 35 minutes. Y'all are gonna love these little mini chicken pot pies. Your family's gonna love it. And that's that. Enjoy, y'all. I'll be back. Here we go. Hi, Jeannie. Look, y'all, I'm gonna start showing y'all Jeannie more too. She gets shy though. She's nervous. Yeah, she's nervous, right, baby? All right, we're gonna put you down now. Look, I was trying to pick her up, y'all, from the cat tree. And then she was like making some noises, so then her brothers came running out to check on her. It's so cute. All right, anyways, look at this, y'all. Look how good this looks. We made these little individual chicken pot pies, and we about to try one right now. Here we go. All right, y'all, we're gonna try and get this out. So I filled them a lot. Maybe I could have used a little less filling, but you know what? That's all right. Still gonna taste delicious. Let's get this baby out of here. Oh my goodness, here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all, let's see if this will hold together. Look at that. This smells so good, y'all. These are perfect. It's such a cute little dinner. It's like little individual servings of chicken pot pie. I'm so excited, y'all. Here we go. Let's cut into this baby. All right, you know what? I didn't even get a knife. I'm just gonna use my hands. I'm gonna take a bite of everything. We got some of the biscuit. We got some of the carrot, the chicken. I'm excited, y'all. It's gonna be so good.